Well, hello, and welcome to the construction of the wings and tail. Building the wings for this model is very straightforward. It's one major piece that you cut out for both left and right sides. Once you have the wings cut out, the only major thing that needs to be done is folding the ribs and making sure that the ribs are perpendicular to each other. Once the ribs are all set and you have them where they need to be, the next major part is to cut out the forward spar. It is a special piece that, once it's out, it will form a barrel that will hold the wing to the fuselage. Forming the barrel section of the spar is a very delicate procedure. It's very easy to warp the spar, so just take your time and be very gentle with it. Once you have that barrel formed and it fits into the hole on the wing, the rest of the spar will fall into place. You don't need to glue the spar in. It's held in by two tabs, one on the inboard and one on the outboard tip of the wing. The same can be said for the central spar, which is just a little piece that is cut out and it pops right into the slots on the ribs, bend the tabs, and it goes in. The one thing that was unclear, however, was for the aft spar. The aft spar holds the details for the spoilers of the wing. The directions give no indication how to bend them. If you put the aft spar in without bending the spoilers will just jut out from the trailing edge of the wing. So that was an indication that more needed to be done. I found that if you bend the spoilers all the way up and then bend them 90 degrees halfway, just slightly at the line where the spar and the spoilers would meet, that would bring them up and in and put them in the position where they show up on both the models and the toys. Again, you don't need to glue them, you just install them, bend the little tabs, and you're good to go. The procedure is the same for both right and left hand wings. Once you have the wings assembled, they need to be installed into the main frame of the fuselage. There are two holes on the main fuselage frame. You just insert the barrel assembly into that hole, bend the tabs out, and the wings will be secured to the fuselage on the bottom half. Give it a check to make sure that the wings can be swung. Once you have the wings installed, the next pieces to go in will be the top retainers for the wing assembly. Again, these have a large hole for the barrel to be inserted into. Once you have those items set, you can glue them in place from the bottom side. The instructions will indicate where they are and where you can apply the glue. Again, make sure you give the wings a good test to make sure that they can move freely. Building the tail assembly was very simple. It's only two pieces: the major upper fuselage assembly, which also holds the tail fins, and the rocket pack, which is visible when the model's in the gearwalk mode or in the Batroid mode. Once you have the rocket pack folded, it slots into the tail assembly. You don't need to glue it, you just put the tabs through the holes and bend the tabs. Once the two parts are together, you have the full tail assembly, which slides into the upper fuselage. Sliding the tail assembly into the upper fuselage is a bit tricky. It has to pass through several forms on the fuselage frame, so a little finagling and some tweezer work is required. But once everything is set all the way in, then just some glue and some key points and glue up on the upper wing hinge will keep the whole model together. Also, this particular piece adds additional gluing points for the upper wing retention. With that said and done, the only thing that's left is the upper fuselage details. These are small little details, so you just take your time, pre-glue the holes, and make sure everything's set before you let go. Once everything is said and done, the upper part of the model is complete. The only thing that's left are the head, arms, and engine assemblies. Well, that's pretty much it for this model. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like if you like it, and click that button for subscribe. Have a good night.